Walking daily won't build the muscle you need to combat sarcopenia, no matter how many steps you take. The issue isn't with walking itself, but with what's missing from your routine. Medical professionals often recommend evening strolls or hitting that 10,000 step target, yet these suggestions fall short when actual muscle building is the goal. Social media floods us with nutritional advice from self-proclaimed experts, but nutrition alone can't reverse muscle loss. The real solution lies in specific exercises, though not the ones most people assume. Many older adults make critical errors, either lifting weights that are too heavy or depending solely on walking for fitness. Both approaches create unnecessary risks, potentially leading to serious injuries that could mean weeks in a hospital or permanent mobility loss. What you need are two simple exercises that require absolutely no equipment. No gym membership, no resistance bands, nothing except your own body and basic household items. Scientific research using EMG studies demonstrates these movements can activate up to 90% of your muscles during each session. Let's start with wall push-ups. When you walk, approximately 200 muscles engage, but only at 20 to 30% of their capacity. There's minimal resistance and little real challenge to your body. Wall push-ups completely change this equation by activating your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core at 60 to 70% capacity. That's triple the muscle engagement compared to walking. Muscle growth doesn't come from gentle movement. Your muscles need to be challenged and forced to adapt to resistance. During a wall push-up, microscopic tears form in your muscle fibers. This might sound harmful, but it's actually the key to growth. During recovery, those fibers don't simply heal, they expand and thicken, returning stronger than before. This process works at any age. Wall push-ups trigger something called mechanotransduction. Your muscle cells sense the mechanical stress and send signals to your DNA, instructing it to produce more protein and muscle tissue. This means wall push-ups don't just work your existing muscles, they actively tell your body to create more muscle mass. For anyone experiencing yearly muscle loss, this mechanism is transformative. Research published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity tracked 150 adults between ages 65 and 85 who performed wall push-ups 3 times weekly for 12 weeks. Results showed an average 31% increase in upper body strength and a 2.3-pound gain in lean muscle mass. The lead researcher noted they expected modest improvements but witnessed a complete reversal of age-related muscle decline. Participants didn't just slow sarcopenia, they reversed it. Here's the proper technique. Stand facing a wall at arm's length. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height with fingers pointing upward. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, hip-width apart. Maintain a straight line from head to heels throughout the movement. Don't allow your hips to sag or protrude. Slowly bend your elbows and lean toward the wall. Your elbows should angle slightly downward, not straight out to the sides. Lower yourself until your nose nearly touches the wall, then push back with control until your arms straighten. That's 1 complete repetition. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you push away. Begin with 8 to 10 repetitions. If this feels too easy, step farther from the wall to increase difficulty. If it's too challenging, move closer. Complete 3 sets with 1 minute of rest between sets. For optimal results, perform this exercise 3 times weekly, allowing 48 hours between sessions for muscle recovery and growth. However, wall push-ups alone won't achieve your goals. They only target upper body muscles and don't address your legs. Leg muscles become increasingly important as you age since they carry and support you through daily life. Without strong legs, you risk falls and accidents that could leave you immobile. This is where the second exercise becomes essential. Chair squats transform how your leg muscles work. Walking moves your legs while bearing body weight vertically with minimal effort. Your quadriceps work at maybe 25% capacity, and your glutes, the largest muscle group in your body, barely engage at all. Chair squats activate your quadriceps at 75% capacity, and your glutes at 80% capacity. Your hamstrings and calves join in as well. This exercise targets the exact muscles that determine whether you can stand from a toilet, climb stairs, or maintain independent living. For those battling sarcopenia, leg strength isn't just about mobility, it's about dignity and preventing the falls that send thousands of older adults to hospitals daily. Chair squats trigger a massive release of growth hormone and testosterone, even in older adults. These are the same hormones that built muscle in youth, and this exercise reactivates that production. Because the movement uses such large muscle groups, your body responds by flooding your system with muscle-building hormones. A study from the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health followed 200 adults aged 70 to 92 who performed chair squats 4 times weekly for 16 weeks. Participants gained an average of 3.7 pounds of lean leg muscle and improved their sit-to-stand time by 43%. Balance scores increased by 38% and fall risk dropped by half. Many participants who started using walkers were walking unassisted by week 10. Here's the correct technique. Find a sturdy, stable chair that won't slide or tip. Position it behind you and stand directly in front with feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Extend your arms straight in front at shoulder height for balance. Imagine sitting down in slow motion. Begin lowering yourself by pushing your hips back first, as if reaching for the chair behind you. Let your knees bend naturally as you descend, keeping them aligned with your toes and preventing them from caving inward. Lower until your bottom barely touches the chair, the lightest contact possible. Don't collapse into it. The moment you feel contact, pause briefly, then drive through your heels. Press your feet into the ground and stand back up, squeezing your glutes at the top. Keep your chest lifted throughout, eyes looking straight ahead. Your weight should stay in your heels and midfoot, never on your toes. Complete 10 to 12 repetitions to start. If you need to actually sit between repetitions, that's perfectly acceptable. Perform 3 sets with 90 seconds rest between sets. For optimal muscle growth and strength gains, do this exercise 4 times weekly. The increased frequency compared to wall push-ups is intentional because leg muscles recover faster and can handle more frequent training. These exercises won't help if you're still doing certain dangerous movements. After working with thousands of people struggling with muscle loss and reviewing extensive research, 3 specific exercises must be avoided completely. While wall push-ups and chair squats build strength, these other movements can undo those benefits and create serious injury risks. First, avoid sit-ups and crunches. They're everywhere in gyms and fitness pages, probably the most recommended core exercise worldwide. A 2023 survey found 67% of fitness trainers recommend them specifically for burning visceral fat and building core strength. But every time you curl your spine forward during a sit-up, you're compressing it. The repetitive flexion strains your lower back, creates neck tension as you pull your head forward, and offers almost zero functional strength for movements you actually need in daily life. When you injure your back or neck doing sit-ups, you can't exercise, and that injury accelerates muscle loss. Data shows approximately 23% of seniors worldwide who engage in unsupervised floor exercises like sit-ups experience back or neck injuries severe enough to stop their exercise routine for at least 6 weeks. The common mistake is thinking more is better, doing 50 or even 100 sit-ups daily, believing volume equals results. Aging spines can't handle repetitive compression. Unlike younger people whose discs absorb and recover from that stress, senior spines accumulate micro damage with each repetition. Second, avoid behind-the-neck shoulder presses. This movement forces your shoulder joint into extreme external rotation, bypassing the natural mechanics of shoulder movement. For those whose shoulder joints have experienced decades of wear and whose rotator cuff tendons have thinned and weakened, this exercise creates mechanical damage. Once you damage your rotator cuff, every upper body movement becomes painful. You can't lift your arm to brush your hair or reach into a cabinet, and you certainly can't do exercises that build muscle. International orthopedic data shows roughly 31% of seniors who regularly perform behind-the-neck pressing movements develop shoulder pain or rotator cuff injuries within the first year. Third, avoid deep knee extensions on the leg extension machine. While your quadriceps fire during this movement, you're creating shearing force across your knee joint. The cruel irony is that once your knees are damaged, you can't do any lower body exercise effectively. The leg extension machine was originally designed for rehabilitation of specific knee injuries under supervised physical therapy, not for general strength training with heavy weight or high repetitions. Here's the final truth about muscle building. Exercise alone won't build muscle. Muscle building is 80% what you eat and 20% the exercises you do. You can perform perfect wall push-ups and flawless chair squats every single day, but if you're not feeding your muscles the protein they need to repair and grow, you're wasting your time. This is why nutrition must accompany your exercise routine. High-protein meals specifically designed for muscle building become essential. Every meal should be calculated to give your muscles exactly what they need to recover and expand after exercise. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks should all be optimized for muscle growth. Now you have the complete framework: 2 powerful exercises that build real muscle, 3 dangerous movements to avoid, and the understanding that proper nutrition must fuel your efforts. These aren't complicated routines requiring expensive equipment or gym memberships. They're simple, effective movements you can do at home, backed by scientific research and real-world results. Start implementing these changes today and watch your strength return.